It's harder.
You gotta spend much more time than in future editing, because you gotta know exactly the order people say or describe something, and then you need time to digest the information and try to figure out how to reorder those ideas.
The spontaneity of working with the footage that isn't already scripted.
Yeah, it's kind of like jazz.
It's like being in hell sometimes.
I think it's important to make a distinction between documentaries that are scripted, that have some kind of plan and some kind of script going in. And a lot of kind of high-budget commission documentaries do work that way. As opposed to a documentary that, you know, there is no kind of set scripts. You kind of go out filming it, not even being sure of exactly what you'll find.
The editing becomes very important because you do actually need to sit down and look at those interviews and really kind of try and understand where is it that you're going with this film. So to a certain degree, editing actually is the direction of a documentary film.
There's a strange kind of a crossover that happens in the sense that the process that everybody is describing, and which is so, but in a sense, doesn't that fictionalize lives? Whereas, yeah, I know it's not a comparison between the two forms of filmmaking, whereas feature film doesn't have those constraints, as you say, of ethics and all those things.
I think it does as well, but I think it's more apparent. It can in documentaries.
Yeah, no, of course, it is. But by the very decisions that you make in a the fact that I'm not showing Naki's wife and the way she lives, I'm the fact that only an aspect of his life is represented. It kind of, in a sense, it fictionalizes his life with the best of intentions, you know. But whereas feature film, I think often, while it's not fact-based or whatever, it documents an era. It documents the mood of an era. If contemporary film, even if it looks back at old stories, whatever, but it's told from a contemporary point of view. So in that sense, it becomes a document of that time, like Taxi Driver, let's say, or whatever. So I just find the way the two art forms, I said art, the two disciplines influence. I know that when I cut a documentary, I bring the disciplines that I've learned in feature film, I very much bring to documentary. Whereas, and especially the way we have to make films in this country now, feature films, with very little budget and all that. So often people go, I mean, I worked on a film a year ago where we went to a little town, Daryl Root directed. We shot an entire film with feature film with 12 people in 10 days. I very much had to bring my documentary skills of fixing problems